Okay, so welcome to this video lecture number 10, and in this video we are going to be creating our staircase, right? Of course, this is a one-story building, so you have to have a staircase from the ground floor to the first floor, right? And we already have a space for our staircase. This is a 3D plan, and we have planned that our staircase will be here around this corner. So starting from ground floor, this is where we are going to place our staircase, right? Now you have to recall that riser is 150 mm, tread is 250 mm, and then this is the staircase width, which is 3 meters, right? So the stair flight will be 1500 and 1500 because we are going to have two flights, right? So if you want to have small space in between the flights, you can make your flight width to be 1450 instead of 1500. So you are going to have a small space in between both flights, right? So let's start it right away. So how do you create your staircase? This is stair. You go to stair by sketch. Click on it. First of all, let's duplicate it. We call it staircase, right? If yours is not changed, you can change it. This is 250 and this is 150. Tread 250, riser 150. You can change the material of the staircase as well. You can change the material of the tread, the material of the riser, the material of the stringer. The stringer simply, okay, I'm going to show you what the stringer is when we create it. So you don't need to change any other thing. Everything is okay. Just click on OK. Now, this is width. You have to change this to 1450 or 1500 if you don't want any space to be in between the steps. So this is 1450. Desired number of risers. This is desired number of risers, right? Since our story height is 3 meters and our riser height is 150, so 3 meters divided by 150, that is why it's calculated 20 here. So we are going to have 20 steps from the ground floor to the first floor. So it means each flight will have 10 steps. You understand it? Each flight, so you have 10 steps, you have your landing. After the landing, you have another 10 steps. So altogether, you have 20 steps to reach the first floor. So how do we create it? Just simply click on, since we know that it is going to be here, so we're just going to click anywhere here. Then you can see that the risers is counting. We have 4 risers, 5 risers, 6 risers. So you have to count it up to 10 risers, right? 10 risers. So when you get to 10 risers, you just click, right? The first flight will be created. So you come over here to create the second flight. Make sure you are gauging it properly. So you come over here, click on this. Come over here, click on this, and then create the next flight. So when you do that, automatically it's going to create everything. So we're just going to select everything, move it to the edge, pick the center, and go to place it at the center here. That is not at the center, so you have to move it a little bit inside. Yes, so this is, you have to make sure that there is no space here and there is no space here, right? After doing that, you simply go over to this modifier and then click on good. So when you do that, you cancel this and then go to check in 3D. Now you can see that we have our slab. We created our slab all through, so we have to cut this slab open so that the staircase will be shown. So you go to first floor, select the slab, or you can select the slab in 3D. We can select the slab in 3D, go to first floor, go to edit boundary. So our slab will not cover the staircase, so we're going to drag this down, right? Then we create the line from here up to here and up to here. So I've excluded the staircase area from the slab, so we can click on OK, click on yes, click on detach targets. Perfect. So you can see that our stair is now open and is shown. So these railings that are on the stair is not necessary because we have walls. So I'm just going to click on that railing and I'll delete it. This is what we call stringer. Remember I told you I was going to show you what a stringer is. This particular stuff here beside each flight is what is called a stringer. So we don't need that stringer. So what I'm going to do, we can't delete the stringer separately, otherwise it's going to delete all the staircase. So you just go to highlight it, go to edit type. Now where you have stringer, where is your stringer? This is right stringer. So instead of closed, you put none. Left stringer also, you put none. So and click on OK. So those stringers will automatically disappear. So we only have our stair. This railing at the center, we need it so that somebody cannot fall off from the first flight to the other one. So this is how we are going to have it. So this is how it looks in the ground floor, and this is how it looks in your first floor. So this is how you create your staircase. It's very easy, very easy to do. So you can change the materials if you don't like the material of this step. So by just highlighting it, going to edit type, this is thread material. I can use the same material I'm using for my slab, right? So what is the material I'm using for my slab? I've already created the slab material before. Let me look for that material. This is ground floor slab, so I can use the same material. Likewise, my riser, I can use the same material. So click on OK. You can use a different material, of course, if you wish. So the same material is going to be applied for the stair, right? The same material will be applied for the stair. So this is how you can create your staircase, right? In like manner, we have to create some step on the entrance, because this floor slab is not going to be directly on the ground level. We'll have a ground level and we're going to have the DPC, right? So I want us to have like 3 steps from the ground level to the ground floor. Likewise, I'm going to create it here. So I'm going to go to ground floor. Now in this case, I'm going to use this first one, step by component. The reason is because I'm not creating from ground floor to first floor. I'm only creating from ground level to ground floor. So let me check whether I have a level. Okay, I've already created my step level, which is 450. So go to step by components. First of all, before doing that, I would like to know the distance of my step. So let me check the distance under annotation. What is the distance? The distance is 10,400. 10,400, right? So take note of that, then go to step, duplicate it and call it step, riser 150, thread 250, minimum run width is 10,400, which is just what we checked just now. So every other thing is okay. You can click on OK. So I want the base level to be step level and the top level to be ground floor level, right? That is correct. So we'll just have 3 desired number of steps. So I'm just going to come over here and drag it up, and it is going to be created. So I can move it, I think this is correct. So I can remove this once here. The stranger, I can remove it. So I can click on OK. Let's see how it is in 3D. This is how it's going to be. Okay, I can leave the stranger. No, let me remove it. Right? So this is how the step is going to look like. Right? This is how it is going to look like. Perfect. So we have to do the same thing for this other exit area. First of all, we have to check the distance. So from here to here is 6 meters, right? So you go over to stair by components. Let me call this one step 2. So this becomes 6 meters, right? So I'm going to create it. That didn't give me 6 meters, so you can change it from here as well, right? Yes. Oh, sorry. 6 meters, and then the base level should be step level and the top level should be ground floor level, right? So we'll have it correctly. So move it right, so you can delete the strangers. Right, and click on OK. Let's look at the 3D. So this small railing here, you can, I think it's okay, we can leave it. So this is cool. Right? So all our ground floor, instead of starting from the ground floor level, we can start them from the step level so that they will go down, right? So how do you do that? You simply go to ground floor, highlight everything. I want to select only walls, so but I can highlight everything and come to filter, check none, and check only walls. So when I do that, only walls will be selected, right? So I can now go over to base constraint. Instead of ground floor level, I'm going to start all of them from step level, so that all my walls will be starting from the ground level, which is also the step level, right? So this is fine. This is very fine. Right? So That is how you add your step and your staircase, right? I think I should have a small wall coming out from here, right? And a small wall coming out from here, a small wall coming out from here, and a small wall coming out from here. Instead of using strangers, I want to use short walls to cover these places. So what I'm going to do is to simply go to walls. I want to use a different type of wall for this case. So I'm going to say short walls. Alright, short walls. So I want the wall to go from step level to ground floor level, right? Let's see, we're going to see how it looks. We can't see it, we can only see it in 3D view. Let's see how it looks. This is how it looks, right? So this is how it looks. You can see how it is. So this one, I didn't create it properly, so I'm going to create it again. Okay, I think I'll be able to see that properly on my step level. Let me check. Yes, I should be able to see it properly on my step level. So I'm going to bring it out so that it will cover everywhere. So come over here, create similar, and then do the same thing here, right? Then come over here, do the same thing here, come over here, do the same thing here. Remove this one that was created randomly. So let's see how it is in 3D. This is beautiful, right? So you can see my railing is hanging on this, on the short wall, right? The same thing with this. If you go over to the entrance, it's the same thing, right? So instead of having this step to show out, you can see it is showing. I don't want it to show, so I'll just go to edit stair here, select it again, and move it inside, so it will be hidden inside the wall, inside the short wall, right? It will be hidden inside the short wall, you can see. So it will be hidden inside the short wall. So this one does not show, so there's no need. It doesn't show, so there's no need. So we have come a long way in this design. I've come a really long way. So this is how we create step and staircase from your ground level to your first floor, and from your base level, or you can call it your compound level, to your DPC level, right? Your DPC level. So in the next video, we are going to proceed to the other things.